na itong hinihingi nyo na ibabalik na 45 billion, na ito po ay hindi insertion, na ito po ay hindi pork barrel, how will you convince us, the bicameral committee, and the people watching us right now live? Kasi kanina pa po, inoobserbahan ko, kanina pa po siguro 1 hour na, puro negative po yung tao, ayaw. Ibubulsa lang yan, balik na naman sa dati, nanakawin lang yan, puro ganun. Walang nagsabi na good job, maganda yung patutunguhan. Wala po eh. Wala man lang nagsabi na magdudulot yan ng magandang trabaho, puro nanakawin, pinagluloko lang tayo. Mayroon pa nagsabi ito, pinagluloko lang tayo ng bicameral na yan. So, explain it to us. Tell the public, convince everybody na ito po ay hindi pork barrel, na ito po ay hindi insertion tulad ng dati, na ito po ay mapupunta sa tama, na ito po ay ika nga hindi masasayang. Kasi hindi pa tayo tapos sa flood control anomaly, ito na naman tayo. So really, hindi mo rin kami masisi na ikaw ginigisa ngayon dito ng Senate panel dahil nga po sa tingin ng mga tao ay kalukuhan po ito at tayo ay nagdadrama dito.
There are allegations that the DPWH would want to propose the restoration of flood control in 2026. Is that correct?
Absolutely not po. The President gave clear instructions. No locally funded flood control projects in the 2026 budget. And
Thank you.
this has
That
been
is very
implemented
clear.
to the letter. Thank you po.
Very clear. And we thank you because you voluntarily reduced your budget in the House of Representatives in your presentation by 255.5 billion pesos. Is that correct?
That is correct, Mr. Chairman.
Because of that reduction, the House, in its first instance of exclusive original jurisdiction on all appropriations, we have given, and we thank you, we have given 90 billion of the 255.5 billion to the Department of Health. We have given 56 billion to the Department of Education, and we have given, out of the 255 billion, removed the flood control budget, we gave 53 billion to the Department of Agriculture. Do you know that?
Yes, I am aware, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. So it's clear that there can be no restoration of flood control nor completed projects that were still listed in the old NEP that was submitted. Is that correct?
That is also correct, and I want to also thank Senator Win Gatchalian's leadership, because even in the Senate version, we were able to further cleanse the budget of DPWH with his help from these completed, repetitive, and other projects that were not clearly defined. So that is correct, Mr. President. And wala po sa mga proyektong doon ay babalik sa budget ng DPWH.
Thank you, and we thank Senator Chairman Win Gatchalian for that. There were more removals in the Senate. Next question, Secretary. There are allegations that your proposal for reconsideration will restore the budget in the HGAB, and the prices that will be reduced will be restored back to the projects that we have. Is that correct?
Absolutely false, Mr. Chairman, because the special issuance stands, and it will stay there as long as we are here, as long as the President is here, and as long as I am DPWH Secretary.
And in fact, you have the costas materiales, which are already even implemented already for the 2025 projects that has not been procured yet. Is that correct?
That is correct, Mr. Chairman.
Therefore, the allegations that we restore the prices to what has been reduced is absolutely incorrect.
Opo, Mr. Chairman.
And we are saying that you are recommending the HGAB figures as a starting amount. Is that correct?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Because you are the agency that will implement all public works and highways projects, correct?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Yes. And do you agree that the Senate, in good faith, following what you stated in the hearing, reduced the budget because you said that 25% is overpriced, and therefore the Senate has been doing its job in making sure that we reduce the budget. Do you agree with that?
Yes, absolutely, Mr. Chairman.
My next question is, how are you going to assure the public that with the starting amounts in the HGov, once restored, granting, without really assuming, granting arguendo, that we will restore the HGov amount, the amounts that will be there will be reviewed and will be bound to the CMPD, the base material costs reflecting current market prices, to come out with a program of work for each project. Correct, Secretary?
That is correct. That is through a department order that we issued mandating all implementing offices to implement the new CMPD for all projects for 2026.
And therefore, once you have the POW, which definitely, absolutely reduces all the construction prices of materials, then you will come out with the approved budget for contracts. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct, Mr. Chairman.
With this ABC, then therefore, the HGov amounts will be altered, and because there will be a general reduction of prices of materials per project, then definitely the prices of the project as stated in the HGov will be reduced definitely.
That's correct, Mr. Chairman.
So, Madam Chair, Mr. Chairman, from the testimony of our resource persons, it is very clear that everybody here is in good faith in trying to come out with the starting figure, but the Secretary and the Department of Public Works will be implementing them. And what happens if a district engineer or a regional engineer will disobey your department order? What will happen to them?
There are penal provisions in the department order, Mr. Chairman, where they can be charged administratively and criminally. Mr. Chairman?
Finally, because you are one of the trusted officials by the President, and you are just following the President's directive to remove corruption in the public works, to reduce the prices. That is from President Bongbong Marcos. You are implementing the President because you are the alter ego of the President in implementing public works projects. So therefore, we can therefore rest be assured that once we approve this afternoon the HGov amounts, then you can start the process of finalizing the program of work and the ABC for each of the project all over the country.
That is correct.
And therefore, once we have the real correct project, then all the projects will be implemented properly. Is that correct, Mr. Secretary?
That is correct.
And therefore, once we implement these projects, the economy of this country will improve and will increase in GDP. Is that correct?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
And then also, there will be employment all over the country because all of these projects are all over the Philippines. Is that correct?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
So therefore, Mr. Chairman, because of these answers, we have to thank, therefore, Secretary Dizon. We support you in your fight for reforms in the DPWH. You have dismissed high officials of the DPWH. You have dismissed regional directors and district engineers. You have filed cases. And so therefore, we are very happy with your presence. It is now clear, Mr. Chairman, that we approve the budget as proposed by the House of Representatives. Thank you very much.
Mr. Chairman, trabaho lang po. No need to thank me. It's part of the job po, Mr. Chairman. Thank you very much po.
Senator Erwin.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would like to direct my question to my good friend, Secretary Vince Dizon. Secretary, we invited you here to explain. Now, tell us, convince us, convince the public watching right now na itong hinihingi nyo na ibabalik na 45 billion, na ito po ay hindi insertion, na ito po ay hindi pork barrel. How will you convince us, the bicameral committee, and the people watching us right now live? Kasi kanina pa po, inoobserbahan ko, kanina pa po siguro 1 hour na, puro negative po yung tao, ayaw. Ibubulsa lang yan, balik na naman sa dati, nanakawin lang yan, puro ganun. Walang nagsabi na good job, maganda yung patutunguhan. Wala po eh. Wala man lang nagsabi na magdudulot yan ng magandang trabaho, puro nanakawin, pinagluloko lang tayo. Mayroon pa nagsabi ito, pinagluloko lang tayo ng bicameral na yan. So, explain it to us. Tell the public, convince everybody na ito po ay hindi pork barrel, na ito po ay hindi insertion tulad ng dati, na ito po ay mapupunta sa tama, na ito po ay ika nga hindi masasayang. Kasi hindi pa tayo tapos sa flood control anomaly, ito na naman tayo. So hindi mo rin kami masisi na ikaw ay ginigisa ngayon dito ng Senate panel dahil nga po sa tingin ng mga tao ay kalukuhan po ito at tayo ay nagdadrama dito. Kaya convince us, convince this panel or this committee, convince the public na ito po ay hindi pork barrel, na ito po ay hindi insertion ng mga politiko. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, Senator Tulfo. Unang-una po, no, ang pinapabagay naman po ay yung nakaltas sa mga proyektong nandyan na rin po sa Senate version. So hindi po ito bagong proyekto. So therefore hindi po ito insertion. No, kasi kung ano lang po yung mga proyektong nandyan na nabawasan, ibabalik lang po yung kinaltas. Unang-una po yan. Pero tingin ko po, unang-una, no? Naintindihan ko po yung mga komento ng mga kababayan natin, no? At hindi ko sila nasisisi. Pero, ang gusto lang po naming sabihin is, binaba na po, base sa utos at direktiba ng Pangulo, ang presyo ng mga materyales. Ito po ay i-implement ng DPWH kung mamarapatin nyo po, kung bibigyan po ng Senado at Kongreso na pagkakataon ng DPWH na i-implement ito. I-implement po natin ito bago pa ipabid ang mga proyektong to. And if I may just read, Mr. Chairman, Section 6 of the department order that we issued, which reads as mandatory compliance prior to procurement. Sinasabi po dito, the bids and awards committees must, letter A, require certification from the concerned head of office attesting to the application of the updated construction materials price data. Ensure that no procurement shall commence without the certification from the head of office, and reject or return any project that is not duly certified. No procurement activity may proceed without meeting this requirement. Ibig sabihin po, i-approve po muna natin bago ituloy ang bidding para masigurado na totoo ngang ibinaba ang mga presyo ng mga proyekto bago pa ito ipabid. So ito po talaga tingin ko ang magiging safeguard natin. Pero syempre po kami po ay open sa kahit ano pa pong dagdag na safeguard. Kasi iisa lang naman po ang ating layunin lahat. Siguraduhin na hindi na maulit yung pagnanakaw. Lalo na dahil dito sa mga overpriced, nakitang-kita naman talaga natin na dati overpriced po talaga ang mga proyekto.
Mr. Chair, follow-up question lang kay Secretary. Mr. Secretary, nabanggit po ninyo na dumaan sa proseso at dadaan sa proseso po ulit, may bidding na dadaanan, etc. Ganon-ganon din naman po yung sa flood control, Mr. Secretary. Dumaan din po sa bidding, dumaan sa TWG, meron pang COA, etc., etc., may PCAB, may kung ano-ano, ang dami hong safety measures na sinasabi. Bakit po nakalusot yung flood control? Dumaan po sa bidding, dumaan sa Congress, dumaan sa Senate, dumaan sa pagdating sa district, sa bidding, etc., TWG, COA. Yung pala lahat kasabwat, Mr. Secretary. So how will you convince us, how will you convince the public na this is different this time? Na seryoso na po kami, na hindi na po maulit talaga, promise. Kasi mahigpit na ngayon kasi ayaw ng Pangulo. Kasi ganun din po nung nakaraan sa flood control. Dumaan po sa committee, dumaan po sa bicameral, tapos ibinaba na, i-download na po kung saan-saan, may district engineer. Pero ganun din po, nakalusot. May ghost project, merong substandard. Dumaan din naman po yun sa mga bidding, dumaan sa TWG, lahat. So, what's the difference, Mr. Secretary? Yung projects ngayon, itong pondo na ito, na halos the same lang pagdadaanan, is there anything extra, measure na para hindi na po talaga maulit tulad ng nangyari po sa flood control, Secretary Vince?
Mr. Chairman, Senator Tulfo, may malaki pong pagkakaiba ngayon. Ang pinakamalaki pong pagkakaiba ngayon ay yung direktiba at ginawa ng DPWH ayon sa direktiba ng Pangulo na ibaba ang presyo ng mga materyales. Hindi pa po ito ginagawa. Hindi pa po ito ginagawa sa tagal-tagal na sa DPWH na ibinaba at ipinareha sa presyo ng merkado ang presyo ng simento, presyo ng bakal, presyo ng buhangin, presyo ng graba. Hindi pa po ito ginagawa. Yun po ang malaking pagkakaiba, Mr. Chairman, ngayon.
That's all for me, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Thank you.
Naintindihan ko yung kinakailangan magkaroon ng mga economic activity, di ba? Construction. Naintindihan ko yun. Dahil nga yan ang magbibigay buhay at trabaho sa hanap buhay at bubuhayin ang ekonomiya. Pero wag nating kakalimutan na kaya nga nagkaletse-letse yung ating growth dahil sa corruption. Kaya ang hirap kinakailangan balansehin natin. Yung kagustuhan nating magkaroon ng economic activity, magkaroon ng construction activity, magkaroon ng trabaho sa kanayunan, pero tandaan natin, kaya nga natigil ang nagkaproblema sa ekonomiya dahil sa corruption.
Mr. Chairman, if I may respond lang po. Baka matawa po kayo dito, pero kahit po ako walang tiwala sa mga district engineer. Actually, to be quite honest, no, magtatatlot kalahating buwan pa lang po ako dito. Kaya nga po naglabas kami ng department order na minamandato namin sila. Kahit na po ang pondo ay dediretso sa mga district offices, kami po ay naglabas ng department order para masigurado na ibababa nila ang presyo. At hindi po namin i-approve ang kanilang pagpapabid kung hindi nila ibaba ang presyo. Pero I think ano na po ito. I think lahat naman po tayo nagkakaintindihan na ayaw natin ng overpriced. Ayaw na ayaw po namin yan. Kung pwede kang po talaga, no, na i-cut na natin ngayon, if it's humanly possible to cut now, we would. We would do it. It's just that, according to our engineers, not the district engineers, but the engineers in the central office, for us to go through each and every project out of 10,000, 12,000 projects, talagang hindi po kakayanin. So kaya po kami nagdesisyon na magpadala ng sulat sa Senado. Pero again po, ulitin ko, we will leave it to the wisdom of the Senate kung paano po mag-resolve ito. Salamat po.
I would now like to recognize Representative Pepito Alvarez.
Suggestion lang po ito, Madam Chair, Mr. Chair.
Kasi naglabas na si Sig Benz ng order sa lahat ng kanyang mga DE tsaka RDs na kung may bidding, at least sundin na itong presyo ng mga materyales. Given that he has given the RDs and the DEs the instruction to cut out the fat if there is any. Kasi ho, as I explained earlier, ang presyo ng buhangin sa Southern Palawan is only 1,000 pesos per cubic meter. Ang presyo ho sa norte, sa MBUC, 2,500 pesos buhangin or graba kasi nanggagaling sa Mindoro. Ganon din sa mga steel materials. Ganon din sa simento, wala po kaming cement plant sa Palawan. Since my guideline na ang DPWH, let them create the surplus or the savings and let them return the savings kung hindi niya magamit, return to Treasury. Yan po ang suggestion ko. And let us not cut the budget right here now para ho ma-implement lahat ang project and let him commit to return. Kasi your 54 billion that is last now is only amounting to 13.5% of the 400 billion worth of projects. If the Good Secretary can commit that out of this table, he can save at least 20% doing the biddings regularly without any corruption, then the savings would tantamount to about 80 billion. So 20%. Because right now, your 54% lost is only 13.5%, Secretary Binz. So that's just a suggestion that we don't cut the budget, but let him return to Treasury or let him return or show the savings at the end of the contract period. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair,
Senator Legarda, we're doing...
I yield
Yeah.
always
Yes.
to
Your
Senator
former client.
Loren Legarda.
Thank you to my lawyer. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Para po maliwanag, Sec Vince, ulitin ko lang yung nagsimula tayo an hour ago. And your statement where you're asking for a motion for reconsideration in the words. So, ibig niyo pong sabihin, yung mga binigay niyong mga numero, mga dokumento nung hearing at LB Remo na naging basihan nung aming committee report, second and third reading, para maliwanag po, hindi po inimbento ng aming LB Remo, galing po sa DPWH. Yes, put on record kasi.
Yes, opo.
Okay,
You're
thank you.
absolutely correct.
Thank you. Okay. Para maliwanag, lahat po yan, hindi namin inimbento galing sa DPWH. And we've read your statement, humihingi kayo in your own words, motion for reconsideration na nagkamali, reconsider, or ibang pamamaraan, hindi na sa batas, pero sa implementasyon. So, I just wanted it clear, in all fairness to the chair and the LBRMO, hindi po kami, ang Senado, ang sumite ng numbers, galing po sa DPWH, at hinihiling nyo na ibalik yung hiniling din yung ibaba. Tama?
Hindi po, ma'am.
Okay, explain.
Unfair naman po yun, ma'am. No?
Explain.
Unang-una,
Oo.
tama po na yung sinumiti naming numero ay galing sa amin. But these were regional averages per material. Asphalt, cement, etc. What we are saying po, that para po makuha natin yung tamang presyo kada proyekto, kailangan po i-apply natin kada proyekto. Hindi po halimbawa, nung kaninang ehemplo natin, na ang Region 4B sa asfalto ay 68% on average, ito po ay in-apply sa lahat ng proyekto ng Region 4B. Yun na po ang tama. At pinakita po natin sa dalawa nating example kanina, meron pong sobra, merong kulang. No, so it's not so much the data, but it was on how the data was used. So, yun po, no? So, yun naman po, baka ako kasi, no, nako-confuse natin ang taong bayan, eh. No, it is not about the data. It is about how the data was used and applied. So, yun lang po.
Hindi naman ako confused. Kina-clarify ko lang kasi nanggaling yung computation sa inyo na ginamit.
Hindi
ng-
po. Nanggaling po yung datos sa amin. Kung paano siya ginamit ng LBRMO at in-apply across the board, hindi po galing sa DPWH yun.
Correct. The data came from you and it was extrapolated, whichever. But these are tabletop estimates, as you said. And you're asking now na imbis na ibaba, because as Senator Kiko quoted, sabi niyo ibaba yung budget, wag na lang ibaba yung budget, ibalik na, pero sa implementation, sa proseso, dun ibababa.
Opo. Again po, no, I think para lang maliwanag sa publiko. Ang presyo ng lahat ng projects sa DPWH for 2026 ay bababa. Sigurado, 100%. Lahat po yan ay bababa. Bakit po? Dahil binago na po ng DPWH ang kostas ng materyales. Ngayon, ang tanong na lang po dito, sino ang magbababa? Ang Senado ba? Dito sa third reading version? Or ipapaubaya ba yan sa DPWH na i-apply on a case-to-case basis sa mga individual na proyekto? Ibig sabihin po, ng case-to-case, titignan po ang project sa Palawan, South Palawan District, at i-apply ang presyo ng simento doon. Bababa po yung presyo ng project doon for sure.
Okay.
Pero po, ang risk lang po kung susundin natin yung nasa third reading version ng Senado is magkakaroon po ng mga proyektong tulad nung pinakita ko kanina. Yun lang po. Pero po, syempre, kung yan po ay okay sa Bicameral Conference Committee, then okay lang naman din po yun sa DPWH.
Let me just set an example
Opo.
para, yes, thank you for your answer. So it's clear the data came from DPWH and we adopted it in the committee report, third reading version, and we acknowledge that there is a letter request to the chair and the secretary, DPWH, is asking for a motion for reconsideration na ibalik sa dating cost, but it will be implemented per district, per region. Example, yung preventive maintenance. According to LBRMO, more or less, there's 50 billion in the DPWH budget. And sa aking kaalaman, yung preventive maintenance, parte dyan yung asphalt overlay. I'm not sure how much, assuming lang, 20B of the 50B ay asphalt overlay sa preventive maintenance na 50B. And from 30 to 68% yung sabi nyong tongpats or overpriced. Sabi mo ng 68, yung sukdula na overpriced. So ibig sabihin may 13.6 billion kung 20 billion yung asphalt overlay nationwide na ipapasa ng Senado knowing that it is overpriced. That is a computation here, and I wanted to ask you, you're asking us to put back the amounts knowing fully well and from your statements that it's overpriced. Pero sabi nyo, isalang-alang sa inyo at sa inyong mga district engineer na sabi nyo hindi nyo pinagkakatiwalaan. So paano po yun? That's difficult. And I ask this in behalf of my colleagues here, hindi lang ako. So I don't want to look kontrabida here. We were having a discussion here. Kasi you admitted you don't trust some, not all, of your district engineers. Then you're asking us to pass a budget that is up to 68% overpriced insofar only as asphalt overlay is concerned, and assuming it's 20 billion of the 50 billion under the column of preventive maintenance. So 13.6B, maaring masayang, matongpat, so I don't know, whatever you call it, it's a waste and it will be part of corruption. So please explain paano mo kami makukumbinsi tungkol dyan. Thank you.
Ulitin ko po, kaya po kami nagpasa ng department order para masigurado na i-implement ang pagbaba ng presyo. Hindi po to kung gusto lang nila o ayaw nila, ito po ay mandato sa lahat ng district engineer, whether may tiwala ako sa kanila o wala, kailangan nilang gawin yon. Kung hindi po nila gagawin yon, hindi po natin papatuloy yung proyekto. Kung hindi natin makita yung pagbaba sa presyo na nararapat. With also, kung titingnan niyo po yung aming department order, meron din pong penal provisions, no? Kaming ginagay doon. This has never been done, no, in DPWH. So, yun po ang aming paraan. Pero uulitin ko po, no, it is an issue of trust. Really, it is an issue of trust. And I understand that this department has zero trust. But we are trying our best. We have already brought down the prices, which has never been done before based on the President's directive. We have issued a department order mandating all the regional directors and the DEs to implement it. Now, if the Senate still doesn't believe that we will do it, again, no, ma'am, no. I don't trust them, but I trust the department order that we push forward. Because they cannot not implement it. Because we will not allow it under the department order. They cannot begin procurement unless we see the prices go down to the levels that they are supposed to go down. So, but like I said, it's an issue of trust po, and we submit to the wisdom of Congress. We are here just to inform the bicameral conference committee of possible implications of the Senate version, and tell you about our safeguards that we have implemented. But of course, at the end of the day, it is the decision of the bicameral conference on what to do and how to proceed. Thank you very much.
Madam Chair.
I would now like to recognize Representative Albert Garcia.
Thank you, Madam Chair, Mr. Chair. Dear colleagues, just to provide perspective dito po sa ating nagiging discussion. Number one, klaro na ang executive, ang House at ang Senate gusto talaga nating matanggal yung taba at malagay sa tamang presyo ang bawat material sa bawat proyekto. So that is clear. Lahat tayo, yun ang gusto natin. Number two, itong mga presyo na ito, nanggaling kay Secretary Vince during the budget hearing ng DPWH sa Senado. Galing sa kanya, at nung, just to be clear, nung tinanong ng Senado, kung i-apply natin tong presyo na ito, ay pwede na nating ibaba. Sinabi ni Sec Vince, from what I hear, it is a conditional yes, na kapag hindi magawa ng DPWH through the leadership of Sec Vince, pwede nating i-impose or pwedeng i-impose ng Senado yung reduction in prices. So yun ang narinig ko sa back and forth. So it was a conditional. So ang tanong ngayon, katulad ng sinabi ni Sec Vince, sino mag-a-apply nung reduction? Is it the executive or the BICAM or Congress? Yun na lang po yung natitirang tanong. Malinaw kay Sec Vince na kapag ginawa natin dito at kinat natin yung prices, they have no other recourse but to follow. Kasi batas na yan eh. Pero sa aking konting kaalaman with regards to how our government works, sila yung implementing agency. So sila dapat mag-apply, tayo mag-provide ng napakaraming safeguards together with kung ano nang nasimula ng DPWH, ng ating Pangulo, at nung special provision na gagawin pa natin, katulad nung line of questioning ni Congressman Benitez. Anyway, Congress has oversight powers. This is very clear. Kung nireduce ng Senate ng 54 billion, what if monthly, or quarterly, pag-reportin natin ng DPWH, Are we going closer to this 54 billion per project pagdating sa savings na matatamo natin because of the adjustments and system na ginawa ng DPWH, mamomonitor natin na kung hindi man real time, at least almost real time, either monthly or quarterly. And at the end of the year, sinabi nga ni Sec Vince na it's about trust. So, I'm reminded of President Ronald Reagan when he was dealing with the Soviet. Trust but verify. So ito, pagtiwalaan natin sila yung implementing agency and they're trying to do what they can para baguhin yung DPWH. Pero, wag full trust, i-verify din natin regularly kung nai-hit natin kung tama itong numero na ito na naibawas. And at the end of the day, or per reporting, makikita natin if we're hitting the target na in-apply ng Senado. So, isa lang pong suggestion so that we can move forward. At this point, I don't think we have enough information kung pwede tayong magkaroon ng sweeping reduction na 54 billion. Pero kapag project with its own peculiarities, uniqueness, and in context, baka madagdagan pa yung 54 billion. Pero at least mabe-verify po natin as time goes on at we can hold DPWH to account na sigurado kung ano yung kanilang commitment man na ma-reduce ay talagang mangyari. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Recognize
Just very
Senator
Just very quickly, Secretary Dizon, since you yourself have mentioned na mayroong mga hindi kayo napagkakatiwala ang mga district engineer or regional, pati ba RD? Halimbawa, moving forward, I'm just curious, have you effected a reshuffling of the district and regional, the RDs?
We are in the process of doing this, Mr. Chairman. Most likely po, we will complete a full reshuffle within the first month or month and a half of 2026. Pero marami na pong napagitan. Gago na po yung mga nakasuhan at nakulong na.
Thank you.